Hey Scorpio, I need to tell you something that just came through in this reading, and honestly, I was not expecting the energy to be this clear. I just pulled cards for you, and what I am seeing is that everything you have been waiting for, everything that felt like it was taking forever to manifest, is actually starting to move into reality right now. Like, this is not one of those readings where I tell you to keep waiting because the waiting phase is ending. Let me start with the first card because it really sets the tone for everything else. I pulled the Page of Wands, and I have to say this card is bringing such fresh, vibrant energy into your life. You know how you have been feeling stuck, or like you have been in this holding pattern for so long, just wondering when things would finally shift? This Page of Wands is telling me that new opportunities are landing in your lap very soon. This is the messenger card, and it literally represents news arriving, communications happening, things starting to move forward after what has felt like an eternity of stillness. What strikes me about this card is that it represents someone who is enthusiastic, curious, and ready to explore new territories. For you, Scorpio, this could manifest as a message coming through that opens up a completely new pathway you had not considered before. Maybe it is a job opportunity from an unexpected source, or maybe it is information about something you have been researching that suddenly becomes clear. The energy here is youthful and excited, like when you were younger and everything felt possible before life taught you to be more cautious. I am also getting that this Page of Wands might represent an actual person entering your life who brings this catalytic energy. Someone younger in spirit, if not in age, someone who sees possibilities where you might have started to see limitations. They are going to spark something in you that has been dormant. This person has ideas, they have passion, and they are not afraid to take risks. Their presence in your life is going to remind you of parts of yourself you might have forgotten about. The timing on this feels imminent. Like within the next few weeks, you are going to receive communication or news that feels like a green light. After so much red light energy where you have been forced to wait and reconsider and question everything, this is the universe saying, okay, now we can proceed. Pay attention to messages, emails, phone calls, even random conversations, because the information you need is coming through channels you might not expect. Now, the second card I pulled is the Six of Cups, and this one made me pause because the energy shifted in such an interesting way. The Six of Cups is deeply connected to the past, to nostalgia, to things and people from earlier chapters of your life. What I am sensing here is that part of what is coming involves some kind of reconnection or return to something familiar. This does not necessarily mean an ex coming back, although for some of you that could be part of it, but more broadly, this is about the past meeting the present in a meaningful way. There is something from your history that holds a key to your future right now. Maybe it is a childhood dream you abandoned. Maybe it is a place you used to love. Maybe it is reconnecting with someone who knew you before you became who you are now. The Six of Cups brings with it a sense of innocence and purity, like remembering what mattered before everything got so complicated. For Scorpio specifically, you tend to transform so completely through your life experiences that sometimes you lose touch with the essence of who you were before all the intensity happened. This card is inviting you to look back, not with regret, but with wisdom. What did you know then that you have forgotten now? What brought you joy before you learned to protect yourself so heavily? There is medicine in those memories. There is guidance in reconnecting with your younger self. I am also getting that someone from your past might reach out, or you might find yourself thinking about them a lot. This is not random. There is something to learn or resolve or reclaim from that connection. The Six of Cups also talks about emotional healing through gentleness and compassion. You have been through so much, Scorpio, and your natural response is to go deeper and darker and more intense with your processing. But this card is saying that maybe what you need right now is softness, is allowing yourself to feel simple, uncomplicated joy like you did before. Life taught you that everything comes with a cost. There is a gift waiting for you in remembering how to be innocent again, how to trust again, how to believe in goodness again. The third card coming through is the Four of Pentacles, and okay, this one is really important because it is showing me where you have been stuck. The Four of Pentacles is about holding on tightly, about control, about not wanting to let go because you are afraid of losing what you have. I can see that you have been in this protective mode for a while now, gripping onto security or money or status or maybe even relationships because the idea of losing control terrifies you. Here is what I need you to understand about this card. Yes, it kept you safe for a time. Yes, it helped you stabilize after whatever chaos you went through before. But now it is actually blocking the flow of abundance into your life. When you hold on this tightly, when you are this rigid about controlling everything, You create a closed system where nothing new can enter. The universe cannot deliver what you have been asking for if your hands are full clutching what you already have. I am getting that this is particularly showing up around financial matters or material security. You might be staying in a situation that you have outgrown because it pays the bills, or you might be so focused on not losing what you have that you are missing opportunities to expand. There is fear underneath this Four of Pentacles. Fear of scarcity, fear of not having enough, fear that if you let go you will end up with nothing. But that fear is lying to you, Scorpio. The message here is that you need to start loosening your grip. Not recklessly, not foolishly, but consciously. Start opening your hands and your heart to receiving something bigger than what you are currently holding on to. This might mean taking a calculated risk. It might mean investing in yourself or your dreams, even though it feels scary. It might mean walking away from the guaranteed paycheck to pursue something more aligned with your soul. The Four of Pentacles is telling you that the only thing standing between you and the abundance you desire is your own fear of letting go. I also want to mention that this card can represent being emotionally guarded, not just financially. You might be holding back your feelings, not sharing your true self, keeping people at arm's length, because vulnerability feels too dangerous. But that kind of protection is also a prison, Scorpio. The news that is coming, the opportunities that are arriving, they require you to be willing to open up and take chances again. Now we move into the fourth card, and this is where things get really beautiful because I pulled the Star. Oh my goodness, Scorpio, when I tell you this card is pure hope, pure healing, pure divine guidance, I mean it. After the Four of Pentacles showing where you have been stuck, the Star comes in like a breath of fresh air and says you are being guided, you are being healed, you are moving towards something luminous and true. The Star is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck because it represents that moment after the storm when you finally see the light again. It is about renewal and inspiration and having faith that the universe has not forgotten about you. I am getting such strong energy that you are entering a phase of deep spiritual alignment where what you want and what the universe wants for you are finally coming into harmony. This is the card of answered prayers, Scorpio. Not in a dramatic, flashy way, but in a quiet, certain way that feels like coming home to yourself. What the Star is telling me is that you are being called to heal on a very profound level. Not just surface wounds, but the deep core beliefs that have kept you playing small or staying stuck, or not believing you deserve the fullness of what you desire. There is celestial support around you right now. There are guides and angels and your own higher self working overtime to help you remember who you really are and what you are really capable of creating. I am also getting that the Star is about being a light for others, about sharing your gifts and your truth in a way that inspires people. You have been through the darkness, Scorpio. You have done the shadow work. You have transformed yourself in ways that most people cannot even comprehend. And now it is time to let that hard-won wisdom shine. People need what you have learned. They need your perspective. They need your authenticity. Do not hide your light because you are afraid of being seen. The Star is saying your visibility is part of your purpose right now. This card also brings a message about wishes coming true, about dreams that you thought were impossible starting to materialize in your reality. If you have been manifesting something specific, if you have been holding a vision for your life that felt too big or too far away, the Star is confirmation that it is actually happening. The universe heard you and things are aligning behind the scenes in ways you cannot see yet, but you will soon. Keep faith, keep hope, keep pouring your energy into what lights you up because that is the path forward. The fifth card here is the Hanged Man, and I know this card can feel frustrating at first glance, but hear me out because in the context of this reading, it is actually profound guidance. The Hanged Man is about surrender, about letting go of control, about seeing things from a completely different perspective. You know how you have been trying to force things to happen on your timeline, pushing and striving and attempting to make things work through sheer willpower? The Hanged Man is saying that approach is not serving you anymore. What I am sensing with this card is that there is a period of suspension you need to move through, a time of waiting that is not passive but rather deeply active in terms of inner work. Sometimes, the universe makes us pause, not because we are being punished, but because we are not ready yet for what is coming. There are things you need to learn, ways you need to grow, perspectives you need to shift before you can handle the blessings that are on their way to you. The Hanged Man asks you to surrender your need to control how and when things unfold. This is especially challenging for Scorpio because you like to have power over situations. You like to know what is happening and why, and what you can do about it. But right now, you are being asked to trust the process even when it makes no logical sense, even when it feels like nothing is happening, even when everyone around you seems to be moving forward while you are suspended in midair. Here is the gift of the hanged man, though. When you stop struggling against the current, when you surrender to the pause, you gain access to insights and revelations that would have been impossible to see while you were busy trying to control everything. You start to understand that what you thought you wanted might not actually be what your soul needs. You begin to see people and situations from angles you never considered before. The perspective shift that happens during this hanging time is what prepares you for the next level of your journey. I am also getting that the hanged man represents a sacrifice you might need to make, not in a painful way, but in a conscious choice kind of way. What are you willing to release in order to receive what you really want? What old identity or belief system or relationship pattern needs to die so that something new can be born? The hanged man knows that transformation requires letting go, and that sometimes the best thing you can do is nothing at all, except allow the metamorphosis to happen. The sixth card I drew is the King of Wands, and now we are talking about powerful masculine energy coming into your life, or you stepping into this energy yourself. The King of Wands is a leader, a visionary, someone who knows what they want and goes after it with confidence and charisma. This energy is bold, it is entrepreneurial, it is not afraid to take up space and claim what is theirs. For some of you, this King of Wands represents an actual person who is going to play a significant role in what is unfolding. This could be a romantic partner, a business partner, a mentor, someone who sees your potential and wants to support you in manifesting it. This person has fire energy, they are passionate and dynamic, and they do not sit still for long. They are a doer, a creator, someone who makes things happen through the force of their will and the magnetism of their personality. If you are single and looking, this King of Wands could be indicating that someone with these qualities is coming into your life soon. They will be confident, probably successful in their own right, very clear about what they want and not afraid to pursue it. They will inspire you to step into your own power more fully. The relationship will have a lot of creative energy, a lot of passion, a sense of building something together rather than just coasting. But even if this card is not about another person, it is definitely about you claiming this King of Wands energy for yourself. You are being called to step into leadership, Scorpio, to take charge of your life in a way you maybe have been hesitant to do. You have vision, you have wisdom, you have been through enough to know what matters and what does not. It is time to stop playing small, stop waiting for permission, stop doubting whether you have what it takes. The King of Wands says you absolutely do have what it takes, and it is time to act like it. This card is also about taking bold action on your creative projects or business ideas. If you have been sitting on something, waiting for the perfect time or the perfect conditions, the King of Wands is saying the time is now. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. You do not need to have everything figured out. You just need to start moving in the direction of your vision and trust that the path will reveal itself as you walk it. The seventh card is the Ten of Pentacles, and I get so excited when this card shows up because it represents the ultimate manifestation in the material world. This is the card of wealth, legacy, family, long-term security, everything you have been working toward finally coming to fruition. The Ten of Pentacles is not about quick wins or temporary success. It is about building something that lasts, something that can be passed down, something that creates stability and abundance for generations. I am seeing that the promises you were given, the dreams you have been holding, they are not just fantasies, Scorpio. They are actually real possibilities that are moving into manifestation. The Ten of Pentacles confirms that you are on the path to achieving the level of success and security you have been envisioning. This could manifest as a big financial win, a property purchase, a business that finally takes off, an inheritance, a family coming together in a new way. Whatever form it takes, it is substantial and it is lasting. What I love about this card is that it is not just about you accumulating wealth for yourself, it is about creating something that benefits your whole family or community. There is a generous quality to the Ten of Pentacles, a sense of knowing that true abundance means having enough to share. You are going to be in a position where you can help others, where your success creates opportunities for people you care about. That is going to feel really good, Scorpio, because as intense as you are, you also have a deep loyalty to your people. This card also talks about traditions and roots, and connecting with where you came from. There might be something related to family property or family business or ancestral wisdom that becomes relevant. You might find yourself thinking more about legacy, about what you want to leave behind, about how you want to be remembered. These are important considerations because they help you make choices aligned with your deepest values rather than just chasing external markers of success. The Ten of Pentacles is confirmation that everything you have been through, all the hard work and sacrifice and difficult choices, they were not in vain. You are building towards something meaningful and permanent. The universe is supporting you in creating the kind of stable, abundant life you deserve. Keep doing what you are doing, keep believing in your vision, keep taking the steps even when they feel small because they are adding up to something magnificent. The 8th card here is the Queen of Pentacles, and this energy is so nurturing and grounded and abundant. The Queen of Pentacles knows how to create beauty and comfort and security in the physical world. She is practical, she is resourceful, she takes care of business while also taking care of herself and everyone she loves. This is earth energy at its finest, stable and fertile and generous. For some of you, this Queen of Pentacles represents you stepping fully into your own power as someone who can create abundance and nurture growth. You are learning how to be both fierce and soft, both ambitious and gentle, both successful and kind. The Queen of Pentacles does not have to choose between having money and having a heart. She has both, and she uses her resources to create good in the world. This card might also represent a woman in your life who embodies these qualities, someone who is going to support you or guide you or offer you opportunities. This could be a mother figure, a business partner, a friend, someone who has already built what you are trying to build and wants to help you get there too. Pay attention to the women around you, Scorpio, because one of them has wisdom or connections or resources that could really help you right now. I am also getting that the Queen of Pentacles is about self-care and treating yourself well while you are building your empire. You have a tendency to push yourself hard, Scorpio, to sacrifice your comfort and well-being in pursuit of your goals. But this Queen is reminding you that you cannot pour from an empty cup, that taking care of yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. Make sure you are eating well, sleeping enough, spending time in nature, doing things that feel good in your body. The more you nurture yourself, the more energy you have to create and manifest and succeed. This card is also about being financially savvy and making smart decisions with your money. The Queen of Pentacles is not reckless. She does not spend frivolously. She invests wisely and thinks long-term. If you have been unsure about a financial decision, channel this Queen energy and ask yourself what the most practical, grounded choice would be. Trust your instincts about material matters right now because they are on point. The 9th card I pulled is the Ace of Wands, and this is pure potential, pure creative fire, pure new beginning energy. When you get an ace in a reading, it means the universe is handing you a gift, an opportunity, a spark of inspiration that can become something incredible if you are willing to tend it. The Ace of Wands specifically is about creative projects, passion, sexuality, entrepreneurship, anything that requires bold, confident action and vision. What I am seeing with this card is that you are going to receive an offer or an idea or an opportunity that lights you up from the inside. It might come suddenly, it might feel almost too good to be true, but it is real and it is meant for you. This is the universe saying, here is your chance, here is the beginning of something that can transform your life if you have the courage to say yes and commit to seeing it through. The Ace of Wands is all about raw potential and new starts. This could be a new business venture, a creative project you have been thinking about, a new direction in your career, even a new relationship that brings passion and excitement into your life. Whatever form it takes, it is going to feel like a jolt of electricity, like suddenly waking up after being half asleep. You are going to feel motivated and inspired and ready to take action in a way you have not felt in a long time. I want you to be ready for this opportunity, Scorpio, because it is not going to wait around forever. Aces are about taking the gift when it is offered and running with it. You cannot sit on an Ace of Wands. You cannot overthink it to death. You have to move when the moment presents itself. Trust your excitement. Trust your gut. Trust that this is the universe delivering exactly what you have been asking for, even if it shows up in a slightly different package than you expected. This card is also about sexual energy and creative life force. You might notice your libido increasing, your energy levels rising, your enthusiasm for life coming back online. Channel this fire energy into your projects and goals. Use it to fuel your ambitions. Let it burn through any remaining doubt or hesitation. The Ace of Wands is pure potential waiting to be directed, and you get to decide what you create with it. The 10th and final card I pulled is the Fool. And I have to tell you, When the Fool shows up in the outcome position, it is such a powerful message about fresh starts and taking leaps of faith. The Fool is the very first card in the major arcana, representing pure potential, innocence, the willingness to step off the cliff even though you cannot see where you will land. This card is saying that the news arriving, the promises manifesting, they are going to require you to be brave enough to start over in some way, to trust in beginnings even when you do not have all the answers. The Fool energy is about adventure and spontaneity and following your bliss even when it does not make logical sense to everyone around you. You are being invited into a new chapter of your life, Scorpio. A chapter where you get to redefine who you are and what you want and how you are going to show up in the world. All the old rules, all the old limitations, all the old stories about what is possible for you, they are dissolving. The Fool says you get to start fresh with a clean slate and beginner's mind. I am sensing that this might feel scary at first, because you are being asked to let go of certainty and control and step into the unknown. But the Fool knows something important, which is that the unknown is where all the magic lives. When you are willing to be a beginner again, when you are willing to not know, when you are willing to take risks and make mistakes and learn as you go, you open yourself up to possibilities that your overthinking mind could never have imagined. This card is also about trusting in divine protection and guidance even when you cannot see the path ahead. The Fool in the traditional imagery is about to step off a cliff, but he is looking up at the sky, not down at the ground, because he trusts that the universe will catch him. You are being asked to cultivate that same kind of radical trust right now. The news that is coming, the opportunities that are arriving, they are going to ask you to take leaps of faith. Say yes to the adventure, Scorpio. Say yes to starting over. Say yes to not knowing how it will all work out, but trusting that it will. The Fool also represents a childlike quality of wonder and joy and excitement about life. You have been so serious for so long, carrying so much weight, processing so much intensity. The Fool is giving you permission to lighten up, to play, to approach life as an adventure rather than a battle. When you can tap into that innocent, playful energy, doors open that were previously locked. People are drawn to you in a different way. Opportunities show up that match your elevated vibration. So let me bring this all together for you, Scorpio, because the message of this reading is so clear. Everything you have been waiting for, everything that felt like it was taking forever, it is actually starting to happen right now. The Page of Wands brings news and fresh opportunities. The Six of Cups connects you to past wisdom and healed relationships. The Four of Pentacles shows where you need to release control. The Star confirms divine guidance and wishes manifesting. The Hanged Man asks for surrender and new perspective. The King of Wands brings powerful leadership energy. The Ten of Pentacles promises lasting material success. The Queen of Pentacles grounds you in practical, nurturing wisdom. The Ace of Wands delivers a spark of creative potential. And the Fool invites you into a brave new beginning. You are at a threshold moment, Scorpio. The old chapter is closing, the new chapter is beginning, and you are being asked to trust the process even when it feels uncertain. The news that is coming will confirm what your intuition has been telling you all along, which is that you are on the right path, that your dreams are valid, that everything you have been through was preparing you for what is coming next. Stay open, stay hopeful, stay willing to take chances. The universe has not forgotten about you. In fact, it has been working overtime behind the scenes to arrange circumstances in your favor. Can any other Scorpios out there feel this energy shifting? I would love to hear what is coming through for you as you listen to this reading. But regardless, trust what is unfolding. Trust the timing. Trust yourself. Everything promised is starting to happen, and you are going to be amazed at how beautifully it all comes together.